Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Maddles and this is another StarCraft 2 England cast. Now today I've got game 3 of a best of 5 and it is between TSLSymbol, who is the blue Zerg player in the lower right, and AcerNerchio, who is the red Zerg in the top left. That means ZvZ. And if you're a Protoss or a Terran, you should just watch this anyway because you need to know how crazy the ZvZ mirror matchup is. And you will understand completely why every Zerg gets so stressed out, because as we saw in game 2, Zergling Baneling can go on forever, and all while that's going on, every Zerg player's heart is just racing. You feel like you're going to die at any minute. The stress is intense. It's literally like someone is holding, I was going to say holding a gun to your head, but more like holding a giant green gooey acid holding monster that's about to explode to your head. And either way, that's not fun, and it's really quite traumatic playing ZvZ. And you can get that just from watching it, so it's stressful to watch, so playing I'm sure you can appreciate. But anyway guys, let's recap this series so far. Both game 1 and 2 have been really interesting. They've been good games, lots of action packed, and it is level at 1 game apiece. So this game is actually really important, purely because whoever wins this then really forces their opponent onto match point, and that is very, very potent because it basically means that then going into game 4 there's a psychological advantage, and even if you lose then you've got game 5 to come back, so that's very good. Both players looking like they're going to go, well, hatch first from Nerchio, which is different to what he's done previously. Symbol going for that 15 pool, and no gas either on it yet, so it's probably going to be a 15 pool expansion, may get a gas at some point, but Nerchio going hatch first, and if you recall, in games 1 and 2 he has not done that, so it's different, but a good map to do it on, Ohana, because this ramp here, incredibly small. I don't know if anyone knows the facts on this, I probably should, but is that the smallest map in the ladder pool now? Or in just a standard battle net ladder pool, is that the smallest ramp to a natural? I don't know. Someone will probably enlighten me in the comment section though. And speaking of the comment section, seriously guys, like the video, subscribe because I get new games up every day, and leave a comment below because just let me know what you think of the games, the players, my casting, games I should cast, anything really. It's just cool. I love the comments. I think it's great. I like talking to you guys because I love you. Okay, I don't really love you because we've never met and it'd be a bit creepy. But we do have Symbol getting that extractor down now. We do have the extractor up for Nerchio, who's nearly finished his pool as well, which is good because that means he can start mining that lovely, lovely Vespian gas, which means he can start getting tech. Things such as Zergling speed or Baning Nest. Probably both though, I'd imagine, because Ling Bling is so cost effective if you micro it effectively. And it's a question you get asked a lot actually, is when roaches are so good mid game, why don't people just rush straight to roaches? The reason being is while you can get roaches out pretty quickly to defend quite a lot of things, they're very weak to a lot of Zerglings, and that's why you can just flat out lose. And actually as a cost effective engagement, if you are a good player with good micro and you use Banelings and Zerglings well and effectively, they are very cheap to do, and it can be very cost effective engaging that way. But the Baning Nest on its way down here for Symbol, that is before speed is started. It's something I like. I think it allows you to be a lot more defensive, especially against a lot of Zerglings coming in quickly. Compare that to obviously Nerchio. He's getting that speed out. He has not even started his Baning Nest yet, although he does now just started up, so that is all good. The timings are pretty nice. Obviously slightly more defensive by Symbol. Getting out that Baning Nest earlier means you're a bit safer. Also getting that Spine Cooler. I don't know if there's anything been scouted specifically to worry Symbol. I'm just having a look here. There's nothing I can see specifically that should make him completely scared, but I mean, to be honest, he's going to come and have a look over here and really just get a good idea on what the gas counts are, because that's very important information. The gas count down here for Symbol is he's only got the one that's the same as Nerchio. Nerchio's Baning Nest nearly finished. We do have that Spine Crawler about to finish up there for Symbol. Nerchio getting up a Spine Crawler as well, and to be honest, I think a Spine Crawler is a good choice on this map because the ramp is so narrow, as I mentioned earlier, that it's very, very effective to use. We do have two Zerglings just wandering across the map. One will probably go into the base, the other one will sit at the watchtower. I think that's a good move to do because one Zergling can do pretty much the same as two Zerglings. It won't really get you too much more information, although Nerchio's appearing to want to just send both Zerglings in just to make sure he can definitely get some scouting information off, and does make it into the main base. That is super good for him, because he now sees exactly what's going on. He gets all of the gas information. That is precisely what Nerchio needs right now. And he's also going to microwave this Zergling incredibly well. We'll see this second and third gas, or, well, yes, second and third gas come down. Nerchio now knows his own time is good. He's getting that lair up very early. That screams to me that, hey, I'm going to go with 2 base Muta play, especially when he's got those 2 additional extractors down. Now, looking down here, we do have an evolution chamber on its way out for Symbol, a roach one as well. No double evo as we did see in game 1, so we're not going to see the double upgrades quite yet. That's an interesting choice, but a lot more Zerglings are here out for Nerchio, who looks like he's going to want to come and put on some pain. He's invested quite a bit. What's the work account looking like? 47 to 45 in Nerchio's favour. Just 2, so not huge. Everything's nice, but this is a lot of Zerglings coming down. And is Symbol in a position to defend this? At the moment, the answer is a resounding no. When those 16 Zergling pops, yes, but a cancel is going to be formed yet again. And to be honest, every game we've seen this, Nerchio to be so proactive in denying that third base. His timing is brilliant in spotting it, obviously due to that overlord there. And every time he doesn't want it to stay up, but he does get his own third base, he defends it well, and that is very, very nice. Obviously, the third hatchery gives you good production. And actually, I don't think I made enough of a point for newer players. This Overlord here, very, very useful. It shows exactly when your opponent is going for their third base, because there's no creep joining. It's very unlikely a queen will come down to kill you. And it lets you know that if you see that, it's safe to take your own one, because if your opponent's expanding, they're not in a pressure-dealing position. Now, Nerchio is getting his Spire up. That's compared to Symbol's Infestation Pit on its way. A good baiting hit went down there, but still both sides very close in terms of resources lost. Now, there is one bailing there for Nerchio, just desperately trying to survive as long as possible. That once these Mutalisks come out, it'll be good. We've got another denial coming in for that third base. Now, it'll almost certainly go down. This is a better engagement arc, I believe, just. Now, the third base will be forced to cancel right now. I don't see any way that Symbol will be able to defend that going down. That Spire about to finish up right now for Nerchio. And, well, Nerchio is going to keep his own third base. But just look at this damage. The Baneling's coming in. If there's good splitting, which is exactly what we're going to see here, then it could actually be very difficult to deal with. And the cancel is forced yet again. Nerchio gets his third base up. That is such a big win for him. It is absolutely insane. And now 8 Mutalisks on the way. Pathogen Glands is nearly done, so there's the first Infestors coming out. Obviously, when Pathogen Glands at 50 seconds, you can start up... No, at 30 seconds, rather, you can start up your Infestors, and they will pop at the same time as Pathogen Glands finish, and will come out with energy. That's the earliest point you should really get your Infestors out. And that should allow him to deal nicely with these Mutalisks of Nerchio, but Nerchio can still be very cost effective with how he engages. Gets good scouting information off. We'll see 4 queens there. Shouldn't be too scared of that. The Spore Callers are on their way down though, because a couple of these Overlords are getting picked off. Picking off the Overlords is great, because as you can see here, Nerchio is actually supply blocked. I'm not quite sure. Oh, the Overseer he lost. Symbol, he again is going to get supply blocked after this Overlord dies. That is going to be incredibly annoying for him. And basically he can afford to produce very little. Fungal Growth goes off, only catches 2 Mutalisks though. Now the important thing for Nerchio to do here is spread his units effectively, and that will prevent Symbol from being able to get big Fungal Growths off on the Mutalist stacking. Now obviously looking behind this, what is this causing? Well, Nerchio has got behind by 10 workers, but he does have these Mutas out, and he has picked up quite a lot of units, but in terms of resources lost, it's pretty equal. We do have Pathogen Glands on the way out for Nerchio as we speak. 11 more drones as well. We've got the +1 missile attack and the road speed. Compare that of course to the fact that this third base still not up yet for Symbol, so while he does have more workers, he's going to be oversaturated. And now we do have a big Zergling run by right here. This is going to be really good if it can do some damage. The Queen is going to go down. That of course was not even exit in a couple of seconds. We do have those Mutas coming in, but they do get Fungal Growth. That is of course going to be a bit of a problem. And well, the Infestors get picked off, and that is a big loss right there. Infestors are very expensive units. But of course, quite a lot of loss there as well for Nerchio, who is now only slightly behind in terms of the workers. But if we look at the income, it will be in Nerchio's favour, because not only has he got the 5th and 6th gas, he's also got the extra mineral patches, so he can split up his units, his drones more effectively. The Queen's now trying to take out those rocks, but to be honest, this is going to have to be very, very careful from Nerchio. That Fungal Growth goes off, does not catch everything you would like, and of course a lot of energy from those Infestors being used to do very little actually. The third base still not done yet for Symbol. That is a very, very annoying for him. He does have those Spore Callers down to +1 and roach speed, about to finish up for Nerchio. +2 about to finish up though for Symbol. He doesn't need to have any armor upgrades. The Hydrogen on its way out for Symbol as well. That's to really help him deal with those Mutalisks. But as you can see here, there's only 2 Mutas on the field. Nerchio uses those Mutas to basically force response of his opponent and allowing him to tech switch into that Roach Infestor. And that is going to be very, very potent. The Roach count always very big. 22 to 7. that is how far ahead Nerchio is. 8 Infestors to 5, and now that third base will be the target, and I think Nerchio is pretty much in a steamroller position right now. It's going to be very tough for Symbol to defend this. He needs some miracle. Those upgrades are not that much of an advantage to him. He's only got the +2 compared to the +1, but in come all of the infested Terrans. And this is infested turn on infested turn. Absolutely crazy. There's the GG for Symbol. He knows he cannot hold it, and that means Nerchio levels, well, actually gets ahead in the series. It's now 2-1. So guys, like the video, comment, subscribe, and then flick over to my channel, and I'll see you at game 4 of this best of 5 any second. I'm Maddles, and this was an SC2 England cast.